todos, bienvenidos.
Hola. Welcome.
What do you know about Nicaragua?
Me? Nothing.
In this video, I have some very interesting facts about Nicaragua for you, and they're not necessarily like facts that you'd like look up in a book or online or anything. They're just kind of like fun facts that me as being an American who has recently kind of discovered Nicaragua, and obviously Tomas who grew up there as a native Nica. But first, do you know anything weird or cool or interesting about Nicaragua? Comment down below, then continue on with the video. Soy Darlene, a Spanglish-speaking mama vlogger. This is my husband Tomas and our daughter, but she's off on adventures. On this channel, we speak Spanglish, anything Nicaragua, and life as a bicultural family. If you're interested in this type of content, consider subscribing, and let's get into the video. I am not a fan of ketchup, okay, in anything. Not with fries, not with anything. Ketchup on pizza, just,
That is the way we ate pizza in Nicaragua. If you go to a pizza place, they will put ketchup and cheese on the side like you can use because that's the way we eat.
So the next thing is ramen noodles, maruchan.
Maruchan. La de vaso siempre tiene que ir la salsa de tomate y la mayonesa. If you buy the ramen noodles, come in the bag. We boil it. Siempre tiene que ir su respectivo bebito. Tastes good. I like it. Everyone, they think in Nicaragua ate it like that way.
Okay, the next thing is they boil milk and then drink it with bread on the side.
A little bit of instant coffee on top and sugar.
Sugar, yeah.
Fue nuestro desayuno por mucho tiempo. Aquí normalmente solo la compran en una caja y la echas en tu vaso y ya, te la ves. O la echas con cornflakes or Cheerios or whatever.
Another one is drinking oatmeal. Here, we just cook oatmeal in a pot and then eat it as like breakfast or a meal.
We only put water on it and
then sugar, and it's a drink.
Let it sit for a couple hours, and after that you put more water and we never cook it. So that was weird for me. That is the same way it was weird for her. We drink it.
Basically in every neighborhood and many houses all over, you're gonna find ventas, which are people selling stuff out of their house, like kind of like convenience stores, maybe eggs, bread, different drinks, different snacks.
In my neighborhood tenemos la venta de Doña Gloria, que es una venta que ha estado por mucho tiempo.
One more thing we have about food is that they just have soup whenever, even though they live in an oven or a sauna or a fire.
Aunque sudemos como chancho dice uno, pero we don't care. We don't care, we enjoy it, and it's so hot.
The first is randomly shoes tied together and tossed over electric lines. They're like telephone lines. I don't know, I've seen it all over, don't know what that's about.
When we play soccer on the street and your shoes wear out, so one thing is do is tie it together and trying to throw it to the power line.
Also, when people need to get an ambulance, something happens. Here in the US, you call 911, ambulance comes and takes care of you and maybe brings you to the hospital. But in Nicaragua, there's a different story.
Some people call to the ambulance, but if you wait for the ambulance, sometimes you can die right away. So the faster way is take a taxi or whatever, have a car, and everyone take care of you in the hospital. And that's the reason we don't wait too much for the ambulance, because
takes forever.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
there's not very many.
Yeah, it's not very many. Sometimes it's another place. So take a taxi.
Another thing I thought was pretty interesting there is that they name a bridge instead of the river. Like here we'll have, let's say, Fox River. I don't know. But then in Nicaragua they'll have puente Fox. How do you say fox in Spanish?
Zorro. Puente el zorro. It's something weird sometimes because we have a bridge that called Puente Rio Chiquito. We put puente. Here's like mean bridge.
Alright, one thing about the police here in the US, when a police comes, turns their lights or siren on, and they pull you over by chasing you.
Maybe it's not only in Nicaragua that way, but the police go park the police car next to the road, take a cone and put it in the middle of the road. One police is in the middle line, and if you want to pull over, you only go. So you need to pull over.
Next thing is excursiones.
Excursiones. La manera más común para ir a visitar otros lugares. ¿Por qué? Porque no mucha gente tiene la ventaja de tener vehículos. You buy a ticket, they rent a bus for 70 people maybe, and they sell the tickets, so you have a space on the bus and you go to another places to visit and get the adventure excursion is one of the ways we can go another city, enjoy and have that one day out.
People don't have that advantage of being able to buy their own cars, so a lot of times they just use either taxis, triciclos, or interlocal to get from one city to another.
Oh, la ruta 11, mijo. A caminar se ha hecho.
On that same route, there's a lot of carpooling. Here in the US, you're not allowed to ride in the back of a pickup. You need to always have a seatbelt on, otherwise the police will pull you over and fine you for it. But in Nicaragua,
you can do whatever you want. If you have a pickup and you have empty bed in the back, you can fill it up with people, one on top of the other one. And get out of here. Yeah, a motorcycle is for 2 people. Here, Nicaragua is for 3, 4, depends how much you can fix on it.
yeah, same with, and then bikes, people a lot of times have 2 or 3 people on a bike.
Depends who is pedaling.
There is no train in Nicaragua. There used to be, and we actually got married at an old train station, which is now used for events.
Yeah, I can not talk too much about the train because the train gone and the year I born. Si alguna vez ocupaste el tren en Nicaragua, comenta y dinos qué tal es, que queremos saber.
They also do something called santito.
Santito. Siempre una de las primeras cosas que te enseñan cuando estás niño, dar santito, o sea, saludar con las manos puestas por razón de respeto. Santito a la mamá. Dale santito. Santito. Esos son santitos.
Speaking of respect to family members, she might grow up calling his best friend uncle.
Yeah, it's no for blood, it's for heart or something like that, so they know that and that's the way we grow up too. You know, when you have a best friend that's like your brother but not from the same mother. Talking about respect, another thing about respect is like the way we call to our uncles or our aunts. For me it's hard to come here and sometimes she say we can go to Lynn's. Lynn's is her aunt, so I always go, where we go? To Lynn's. To who?
Auntie Lynn.
Make me feel respectful to her.
Also, speaking of family members, a lot of times just stay in your household even as you get older, even when you have a family.
In Nicaragua, you don't make enough money to say, well, I will get out here and rent a place. That's not the way this works. And the other thing, well, not everyone, the young people take care about their parents when they get old or their grandpas. The other thing is we like be together like a family. So everyone have a dream, like trying to get their own houses and live separate, but it's not easy.
Hit that like button if you're enjoying this video, and we have one more section which is events and holidays related fun facts.
Here, for fireworks, I think you have like for fireworks, I don't know how many days you have here to use fireworks, but in Nicaragua you can use fireworks whatever you want. You don't need like here a special day to do it, like 4th of July. In Nicaragua we use it for everything. Every day if it's possible. You can hear boom, boom, boom everywhere.
On a completely different note, las velas, or like funeral or wakes.
Siempre en las velas en Nicaragua es común. Si vos no tenés, tus vecinos te ayudan y te llevan pan, café o frijoles para que puedas repartir pan, café y sopa de frijoles en las velas, y la vela dura toda la noche hasta el siguiente día, y el funeral es caminando from the house to the cemetery.
So here we usually do a wake or a funeral at the church or funeral home, and then like the funeral parade or whatever you call it is usually in vehicles, not walking. This one I maybe mention it a lot. People arriving late to weddings and other parties and events.
Being punctual is now our best thing, so.
Weddings start when they're gonna start, okay?
Okay.
No thanks. We have a whole wedding horror story, you can check it out over there if you are interested in that.
And the other thing is the last time of the year, Christmas and New Year. En Nicaragua, gran porcentaje de la gente trata de comprarse una mudada, pantalón, camisa, si es posible zapatos. Para el 24, igual para el 31, pantalón, camisa y si es posible zapatos. Es la forma, nosotros le decimos estreno para andar todo chajinho, o sea, el último día del año. New Year's, new clothes, why not?
Also on the 25th of December and the 1st of January, the beaches are packed.
No alcanza. No solo las playas, sino también lugares donde haya agua, ya sean piscina, laguna, río. Hasta el río en ese día creo que se pone a todo, ¿entendés?
If you have any questions or anything to add to this video, please comment down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, of course. Share with somebody you think might also enjoy it.
Puedes comentar abajo en el video y dejarnos saber cosas que son bastante comunes en Nicaragua y crees que no son comunes en otros países. Esperamos sus comentarios down below.
Gracias por ver. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye.
Oh, no.
So you have to pull over. If only we could show you